Going on to you, Pisces. So you have the Eight of Wands, you have the King of Cups, the Strength, the King of Wands, Two of Cups, Four of Cups, the Fool, Three of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So for you, Pisces, the Eight of Wands, the King of Cups, the Strength, King of Wands, Two of Cups. I think a lot of you Pisces, you're not being afraid to stand up and say what it is that you want anymore. You're a lot more bold with the decisions that you're making now, right? You know, people try to, in the past, play you, try to give you whatever it is that they wanted to give you. And a lot of you Pisces were discontent with it. But I just see a lot more of you Pisces now not really putting up with whatever it is that people give to you. And again, you having the strength to basically just say what's on your mind and not really caring, as long as it's not too wild, as long as it's not too reckless, not really caring about what is politically correct and what's not. If they like it, it is what it is. If they don't, who cares? As long as it doesn't go too far. And as long as it's rooted in the truth. And that right there, right? Eight of Wands, fireside chat, telling somebody directly what it is. King of Cups, you know, in charge of your emotions enough to not be so personal with it. But it's things that need to be said. So a lot of times people get mad if they'll get mad about this type of stuff. I just see a lot of you Pisces are like, yeah, you don't really care. The King of Wands and the Two of Cups now represent. So as a result of this, a lot of you Pisces really understand that, because it's about actually getting results. Because you're really starting to understand that a lot of people are out here selling wolf tickets. And what I mean by that is that it's all, people can talk and say whatever it is that they want to when it comes to how fly they are, what they'll do if they were in a relationship. But in actuality, when push comes to shove, most people are not, you're realizing through experience that most people are really not what they trying to make it seem like they are about. It's very true. And that a lot of the times most people really give up on just trying to be a real relationship. So they give up on that, and they just settle for the dysfunctionality, because settling for the dysfunctionality is the easy part. Just do whatever it is that you want to on a whim. But to be really upstanding and to have that level of decency, strive to become better, a lot of times it's hard, right? It can get difficult sometimes. Sometimes it can be easy, but it can be very much so difficult sometimes. So the thing about it is that the Four of Cups represents, so when you see people now, when you go and talk to them and they have the mentality of they're super combative, a lot of you Pisces are like, next, because there's something within themselves that they haven't worked out yet, to where they think that, you know, they have a problem with you trying to come on to them, as to where, you know, they would, I mean, they could at least, if they're not interested, they could just say, hey, you know, I'm not interested. You know, they don't have to be like, oh, you know, you Pisces are roaches and you need to stay away from me. That's when people do stuff like that, just immediately right off the rip, especially if you're coming to them with respect, that person's got their own personal issues that they have to deal with on their own, right? Four of Cups. And as you can see, a lot of when you interact with people that you observe has these types of personal issues, then a lot of you Pisces are gonna stay away from those type of people. And the Fool, you're gonna know everything that you need to know. That's very true, because like I said before, there's only three approaches. The three approaches is people are gonna show you combativeness off the rip. immediately, or people are going to try to butter you up, right? Give you all these compliments, butter you up, all this other type of stuff. Or people are going to take essentially the middle approach. They don't necessarily know you. They're not going to kiss your butt, but they're not going to insult you either. They're healthy. They're taking their time to get to know you. And the thing about it is that when somebody is buttering you up, they just want something, right? When somebody is going hard in the paint, they're afraid to talk to you. So the Three of Cups now represents, so this is the type of, I guess this is the types of approaches that I'm talking about, right? But also just be mindful of these types of approaches and know that what you should be looking for is the middle approach. You know, person who's not trying to blow smoke up, but then at the same time, a person who's not going to, you know, try to chew you up for no reason, you know. But the thing about it is that the Five of Pentacles represents, and you'll see the type of people who you know, run away, you know, squinge, you know what I mean, twitch, blink, because those are the people who, like I said before, those are the people who not really built for, they're not really built for a relationship like that. Most people are, you know, not built for that. Most people are single for a reason. And it's just, like I said, you're just going through the process of searching through those types of people, the Chariot. And like I said, this may get you frustrated, but just take that in mind, that the frustration comes from, it's not from you trying to force people to say yes of accepting you or to be with you, but the frustration comes from the fact that you're seeing how people are not built for this and that they act like they are, but in actuality they're really not. And that is frustrating. I'm not even gonna lie, that would be frustrating. So let's clarify the Chariot. Let's clarify the Chariot. So you have the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Emperor, and last but not least, you have the Six of Pentacles. So these four cards right here to clarify the Chariot, the Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Emperor. You're gonna find out real fast that now, like I said, because it's a learning curve, and it's growth to this. You Pisces are gonna find out real fast that the things that I've been saying to you is right, in the sense that people want to play stupid to them having consideration and putting an effort towards you, and they'll even be combative to not do anything and act like they don't need to put in any kind of work whatsoever. You know, they don't need to call, they don't need to text, they don't need to say what's up, they don't need to invite you out to places, nothing. They don't need to do anything but just kick their feet up and go on vacation. And of course, the Six of Pentacles, that's whack. That's lame, because who does stuff like that? Well, I'll tell you who does stuff like that. People who do stuff like that are dysfunctional people who are not really built for a relationship in the first place. So the Six of Pentacles represents, now you're in a stage where a lot of you Pisces will be upset because you can't, you're in shock of the fact that you can't believe that people act like this. And like I said before, ultimately there's one inevitable end to this journey, right? So let's clarify the Fool. Let's clarify the Fool. So to clarify the Fool, we have the Two of Cups, the Tower, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So the Two of Cups, to clarify the Fool, the Two of Cups, the Tower, the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords represents how still ready, fresh, refreshed, still want to get to know other people, Um, the Tower, the Knight of Pentacles, is going to be aware when they try to run those types of games. Like, they don't need to do anything because they're just blowing smoke, you know. And the Eight of Swords, you'll know when it's time for you to move on.